Welcome everybody to the ATUN-RE OSOICE Progress Call. Today is May 14th, 2019. We're going to do these daily going forward. You know, we're going to do more and more to raise the nation of people, the community, elevate the community, and touch people more and more. So, Brother Shu, you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, y'all had the progress call was to 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was pretty long last night. It wasn't 6 o'clock. No, it wasn't 6 o'clock. It was like 4 and change. Yeah.
But it started at 10.
What time I got on, like 11?
I started like at 10.
Oh, 30.
Oh, okay.
You gotta go mad. Like out of nowhere. You being laughed.
But yeah, it went later, you know. We just wasn't paying attention to the time. It was flowing, you know.
I love this brother, man. But that's good, you know. That's good. You know, we're doing that long. I would love for you to, you know, to teach more often, man, because, you know, the words and, you know, your vibes and your vibration, you know, people was in tune. For somebody to pay attention and listen to you for 6.5 hours, you have that gift, you know, to, you know, touch people. So I would love to, you know, we would love to have you, you know, teach more frequently.
Well, you know, I appreciate that, beloved. I'm just here to serve, you know. That's all, you know.
Right.
So whatever I could do, you know, whatever. It's just when it comes out and it just flows naturally, I just go with it. That's all. That's how it happens. You
know, especially like, you know, if you can briefly, can you elaborate on like how to deal with like negative energy, or like say if someone's in your family, they just have a negative vibe, and they just like have a demon attached to them. You know, you living with this person. Like, what are your suggestions on going about, you know, dealing with that?
Well, first of all, you got to deal with the self first, because the biggest demon or the biggest negative energy is what's inside you. Like everybody talks about the enemy, but the enemy is actually the inner me, the negative part of you, the lower self. So once you start, and it goes back to what we were talking about before, about that R complex in the brain, that reptilian part of the brain, that devil part of the brain, that negative part of the brain. That's the part of you that everyone, all of us have. Everybody has to suppress that part of self, you know. And once you start suppressing that, anything outside of you in your personal universe, whether it's a person that's acting negative, or, you know, whatever term we want to call that person who's behaving, you'll be able to overcome that with no problem, because you already won the biggest battle, which is dealing with self. And everything outside of you is your personal universe, because you are the sun, and you're dealing inward, then outward. So once inward is right and exact and balanced, anything outward trying to concuss you is null and void. You'll know how to deal with it accordingly. And the thing is, anyway, you don't want to take anything of that nature, dealing with negative nature or whatever. You want to guide it away, if it makes sense what I'm saying, or guide it to where you want it to be. You know, because maybe you might even be able to help that person, but in a different manner, you know. You just got to look at it like that. You got to learn how to kind of reflect it a little bit and not even worry about casting it away, but reflecting that person and kind of like keeping them at bay to see if maybe they could get it. You know, it could go many different ways, but it'll be easy once we master internally what we have to master, because whatever she's doing is a reflection of you. At your most lowest state, even if you are an elevated being, that's still a reflection of you, because at your most lowest state, that could still be you. So it still comes back around. You know, and as long as you in your mind have a mental projection that you can deal with whatever problem comes your way, whatever anybody acts or does, it won't phase you. And it's not easy. It gets hard sometimes, you know. But it's like you could lose patience with somebody, like, you know, and it might not even be that serious, and then you done lost it. But meanwhile, you thought it was that serious because you got upset. But that being, even though they might be acting a fool, and their mental malfunction, they don't even think it's that serious. They just doing what they're doing. It's just deep. It could go so many ways, but without even getting too complicated, you just have to, like, just deal with it accordingly, and don't worry about it getting in your way and bothering you. Just always realizing that you'll know how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But don't let it over-excite you or over-upset you, because that's when you can make the wrong decision on how to deal with something. And that goes with anything. You let it, because that's what we call you dropping your countenance as a god. You know what I'm saying? Once you let it make you overreact. But sometimes a real god will exhibit a little controlled anger to get a point across. So it's a balance with that too. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But the main thing is staying in control. Because all these different things we deal with, it don't matter exactly what specifically it is. It's very simple. It all is dealing with, are you going to be provoked? Are you going to let yourself be provoked to where you come outside of yourself from that control that you have? That's what's going on. Everybody on the Blue Rock has to know how to control themselves. The problem on the planet, that's one of the major problems, is no self-control. There should be no fight to any type of lounges or whatever you want to call it. If you're supposed to go there to try to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? You go to certain places and people got the super tough guy look on their face for no reason. They need to go holler at Clint Eastwood. Shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's like for no reason. So it's like that's one of the big, and that's so basic, it's ridiculous. It's so simple, the solutions, but people will not do it. You know, because they're scared.
Are they scared?
Yeah, they're scared. It's all fear. You know, the opposite of love is fear, right? So where is that fear coming from? It's fear. It's fear of, if I, as a man, show love to another man as far as brotherly love is concerned, being courteous and polite to my fellow brother, you know what I'm saying? And exemplifying that to its utmost fullest, these brothers feel that that's a sign of weakness. That's the fear they have, the fear of looking weak by showing their brother, or exemplifying love, and that's dyslexia at its finest. It's totally backwards. It's totally backwards. And then they want to look around and people be confused as to why the world is the way it is. It starts right there at that little point right there. If everybody got that little point right there right, that one little basic point, you'd see a drastic change. We about drastic changes. These little small inputs create drastic change.
So because smaller things carry the most power.
There you go. See how you just put it together?
It's alchemy.
Yeah. And that's what it's about. Everybody wants to make it so complicated. It's not complicated. ATUN-RE got a lot of stuff to tell everybody. And nobody ever asked the question why he don't tell it sometimes, but he tell a whole lot of other stuff that you need. Because everybody's forgetting what he's giving you. the main thing that anybody that's a so-called conscious debater cannot ever battle and never once took the time to look at is you could be, I don't care, you could be the greatest debater in the galactic universe, but if you don't got divine love, you have no knowledge. You just a person that want to sound smart and get attention. So this being is coming through exemplifying divine love. If you don't know what divine love is, I don't care what you teaching. You that's where it starts. Then we expound. And it's already been expounding going on anyway, if you're even paying attention. But the whole stubbornness with human nature, people want it the way they want it. They want it like Burger King, have it your way. But it don't work that way. The way you think it's going to come, it's not going to come that way. Because you know you got people listening.
True. They stay listening. I let them listen.
But they confused when they listen. They don't know how to play it. They don't know what to think. They're like, oh, my God, this might be real. Some of them don't keeping it to themselves. They feel it's real. But whatever. It's just going out the way it's supposed to go out. But one thing you can't say is that it's something negative. Because it's for all people. This is some universal thing. Because there's many different beings in the all.
All right.
So how could anybody be a racist? There's all type of life forms and beings in the all. So you can't take from the all, you can't add to the all. There's no beginning, there's no end. The all always was. It always will be. The all just is. Everybody's caught up in time because of the fact that you live on a planet that revolves around a sun at a certain period of time within the all. But once, and that's how time, has trapped people in that, because you're in that rule. You get outside of that, it's something else. And that's where we come from, and we have to get back to that. This is just something really, really basic. This is light. This is nothing. Everybody's scared they're going to miss something because they enjoy this experience, the fun that they're having and everything, and then they feel the beauty that they've seen, the beauty that they think they can comprehend. They don't really know what's really, they can't even really even understand how magnificent things are that's waiting if you just take that seat that you're supposed to be sitting in. People are sitting in the wrong seats. And then other people are sitting in your seat. They're sitting in your seat right now. They've been sitting in the seat for 6,000 years. They know their time is up.
See what you.
They don't want to get out that seat, man.
Cool. We'll welcome everybody to the ATUN-RE.
Yeah, I just want to salute everybody, man, that's on the line, man. I don't know exactly who's on the line, how many people are on the line, but I just want to salute everybody.
Oh.
Shout out
We got quite a few.
You know, of course, we
Yep.
got to give all praises due. We got to give all praises due to the Most High. ATUN-RE El Razak. Ooh. Ye nata shil nataru. Ye nataru ye astumu ye kadamu asma jannum. Arul mufid. Arul itmre, arul munmre akta, arul hu.
Oh. We welcome everybody to the ATUN-RE OSOICE Progress Calls. Today is Tuesday, May 14, 2019, and it's Brother True teaching class. I'm going to ask everybody to mute their phones, please. If not, we can mute it for you. Let me see. Mute. We want to keep it rolling, keep everything, because this is a progress call, so we want to, have forward motion, have elevated motion of things going in forward and having a point of reference, and it's actually going somewhere. So today we're going to be discussing, the website that we're going to relaunch real soon. June 1st is going to be our official launch date, but it's going to be launched before then. If you're interested in learning, or want to be a part of the new ATUN-RE.com website, please get in contact with us because we'd love to have your assistance, your feedback, your suggestions, because this is an open forum. This is for the community. This is for everybody. With ATUN-RE The Real Messiah being the chief, the person set in charge who sits the center seat. So with that said, I wanted to kind of go over some new ideas we have on the website that's going to be taking place. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the classes. Like Brother Shu, he was talking about yesterday, he taught class for like literally 5 hours. So from like midnight until 4 or 5 in the morning, there was over 15 brothers on the line, and he was able to, connect with them and share a lot of insightful information on just how to deal with, modern day devil. He's an elder. He's been given those tones, those vibrations where he can be able to help and elevate others. And us young ones out there, I'm not young myself, me and Shu are about the same age, but the younger people who's coming up, they need to hear this and how it's going about. Because we look at TV, we look at a lot of things right now, it's very negative and very, it's bad energy. They only telling you what's the negative side of things. Get money, get a gold chain, get your car, and you're winning. But that's like the whole 40 acres and a mule thing. That's only one side of it. You got to learn how to, keep that and be able to add more, and then also put your family on. Because if you have it by yourself, what's the point? That's really what the whole premise of ATUN-RE.com, this website we're creating, because we wanted to create a network of like-minded, positive people. Because myself being an app developer, I've been doing business with all likes of people, and I've come across a lot of people with bad intentions. People that want to, they want to be close to you, learn from you, but they're not really there with good intentions. And a lot of times, they can more than likely get in the way, and slow what you have going on, and that's not good. But here at OSOICE, that's gonna get, fed and read real quick. That's not gonna go down over here, So I'd rather connect with 100 like-minded, positive people, customers, rather than have 10,000 customers with bad intentions, So with the classes are going to be going on all day, every day. They're going to be in video format, audio format, and those are the likes, and it's going to be, some classes are free, other classes you want to have to pay for. There are going to be classes such as, business etiquette, how to write a resume, how to write up a resume, how to write a business plan, how to ask for a business loan, how to create an LLC, how to create a corporation, things of that likes and those natures. These are going to be classes that's taught on ATUN-RE.com, and people can, sign up and learn about it, because it's really about uplifting the community. And once you uplift the community and people can see what's really about, they'll be like, wow, they'll start to see that, okay, wow, this is a Messiah because he's letting his congregation, in a sense, do the work, and that's we're a part of the congregation. I guess we're the deacons, I don't know about that word, but Chief always say he doesn't want any, disciples. He'd rather have people that's there working and being diligent and having some know about themselves. So the classes are going to be very effective, and Brother Shu, he will be teaching classes. And so also Young Elder, Brother Anthony going to be teaching classes. Brother Pariel, Maurice, all the brothers. Sister Aminette is going to be discussing the water, with OSOICE water we have coming for sale. So all of us on OSOICE, we're going to be teaching class, Elder Terrence, he's going to be talking about a lot of elevated topics, he's very deep. So that's what the class is. So in the class, you be able to, go to ATUN-RE.com. You'll be able to, sign in, log in and be able to see upcoming classes you have coming up. You can, pay for your class or, make sure you're going to be there, then you call in or, dial in or video in, however it'll be. But you'll be able to tune into the class. Also, that's one aspect of the classes of the website. We're also going to be having products for sale. So any of you business owners, who have if you're artistic, you have a service and you want to link with other like-minded people, please get in contact with us because we'd love to sell your products on our website. And I'm telling you, rather deal with people of like-mindedness rather than deal with people that's that's just negative and just gonna want to question everything and want to have a bad attitude. Then a lot of times they want their money back. It's like, what? Like you bought it, now you want your money back. It's like you're really just wasting my time. You're getting in my way. It's become a nag, but some people just have a negative demon in them. They just can't detach from it, So they've been purpose here on this planet is to cause give you a headache. But here at OSOICE, that shit is going to, excuse my language, that's going to get fed out. We're not going to allow that, because we're going to, ATUN-RE is going to, test with every product we sell on the website. He's going to look at it. He's going to evaluate it and going to make a determination if we should go on the website or not. And him being who he is, he's very positive. He's very uplifting. He's for good and for the people, and he has order and discipline about himself. So he's going to make sure that it's solid. And that's going to give it the okay stamp. And that's what we want. You want to have a lot of positive, good products available for people. That's we're going to circulate and spiral upward, so that's, we have the classes, we have the products. Another item we're going to have is the, classes, products, blog posts, so anyone who want to, put their pen game to a test and want to have some information to share, they'll be able to, to write blog posts and put them out, in regards to any topic relating to anything of, in regards to OSOICE, you'll be able to write about it and put it out. So this is going to be on ATUN-RE.com. It'll be available within the next 2 weeks. Official launch date is going to be June 1st. These are the items we're discussing. And if you want to hear more about it, just check back daily because we're going to be talking about this every day going forward. And also, please go to ATUN-RE.com and make your free will offering because those donations do go strictly to ATUN-RE. He gets a notification, email alert saying, hey, new donations have been added. So he'll get it. He'll know who it's from, and that's be good. It's your tithing going forward. Are there any questions? Anybody want to chime in? I know I talk fast. Mm-hmm. So yep.
I just wanted to tell you though that we really appreciate you and the work you've been doing, brother.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. I feel like this is my job. People like, where you work here? I'm like, I work at OSOICE. This is my mission here. I guess apparently I must have picked it in my last life to come here to do this. And it's the only thing that really wakes me up in the morning.
It just feels so natural. The way you do, the way you're moving, like I'm just feeling your vibrations, and it just feels like it's just naturally, like it's tailor fit for you. Nobody's gonna do it like how you gonna do it. It's just naturally put. Because everything is written out in the book of life, and it's just I'm just feeling that.
Thank you, brother. I don't want to come out as arrogant or come off as, egotistical, but it's like somebody got to do it and somebody got to, take the team forward.
What? There's a fine, But the fact that you started off saying you don't want to come off like that, that's a good sign because, but it's funny, it's very interesting because, you know, we want to be humble, and we have to find that fine medium and do it and hit it just right on the nail so the painting is positioned properly. You know, we don't want to hit that nail too hard so that the painting is swinging. We want the painting to be positioned just right. So we want to find that right middle ground where we're humble enough, but we still have to, you know, take our positions. And we are definitely in a time where we, without a doubt, have to take these positions aggressively.
Oh.
Because, you know, and that's a fact, and it's just so obvious. You know, I just got finished getting somebody sending me some footage of a sister getting hit up once again, you know, and this is just atrocious because it's like, first of all, this is a female, so what physically damage or physical harm could she possibly do to you? You know, it's like you're shooting down brothers in the street every day, and now you shot the sister down. Like, what threat does she have to you? It's just crazy, man. So, you know, that's one example of just thousands that, you know, we have to take these positions that we are tailor-made for by way of the Most High.
Oh.
You know, the Most High is deep when, you know, when he, you know, they talk about Noah, you know, Noah had a good heart, you know, and you know, they said Noah got drunk, and his sons looked at him, but at the end of the day, he carried a certain seat, and he messed up or whatever, but his sons wasn't supposed to do what they did, and they got punished for that. So it just goes to show you that, you know, we have to look at everything, and we have to respect everyone, and we can't be judgmental monkeys, you know, on our way as we are perfecting ourselves and becoming perfect. Yes, and it sounds crazy. What do you mean becoming perfect? Because, again, once you perfect something, there's another level of perfection. And then once that is done, there's a whole nother level of perfection and a whole nother level of perfection and a whole nother level of perfection. This thing never stops. And that's the beauty of it, because it's very interesting. And you'll always have something to do, so you don't have to worry about being lazy. You're going to always keep growing.
True. Mm-hmm.
You're growing.
That's true. That's true.
All of y'all is growing. All of our growing. All y'all is growing. It never stops. We want to keep growing forever. And we have to remember that. And then the fear factor will be vacated from our being. Because everybody's looking at it the wrong way. That's why that fear factor is there. That fear can't be a factor no more. Because it never stops for us. We got to spread that mentally throughout the whole globe. One mind. Monumental. Then we'll be monumental. Once we become monumental first. One mind first. Mono, one, mental. Monumental. Then after that, being monumental is just be the natural effect that's supposed to happen because of the cause of the mono, the one mind, monumental. And then you know what's going to happen next. We're going to start building some new monuments because we are monumental people who are monumental.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Because there's no reason why there shouldn't be a little Egypt all over the planet. There's a Chinatown all over the planet.
True.
And I respect that because they did their thing to make that happen. I got no choice but to respect that. Now, what are we doing? You know? And that's our family, too. Don't get it twisted. And in their secret literature that their elders have, they know who what's going on. They know who Baba is. They know who ATUN-RE. They know who we are. They know who ATUN-RE is. They know what's going on. They just have different names. And they refer to different things as dragon. Or monkey kings. All that has reference. That's our family. They just tell it differently.
Yep.
Buddha was one of ours.
He got we got cornrows. He got the cornrows in it. You know, if you look close, he got cornrows.
Yeah. He's on the mother plane right now. Buddha's one of ours. The Buddhist priests, they deal with their science differently. They don't have no female, relationships, nothing like that. They balance out their chi that way and raise their vibrations that way. The Taoist priests, on the other hand, they raise their vibrations just as well as the Buddhist monks, masters, but they issue it out differently because they have big families and clans. So you have the whatever floats your boat. You got the different schools that deal with their different, way of life on how they do things. Some balance the energy different, and the Tibetan monks as well. And you have to respect each school and each clan and each, and each different master from each different, way they do their science because they bring forth balancement on the planet. A lot of the help that the planet is needed because let me tell you something. This planet is basically, being held up by bubble gum, glue, and some rubber bands, metaphorically speaking. So you better respect the Tibetan monks. You better respect the Buddhist monks because they help and balance your planet, beloved. Among other masters, and definitely peace be upon and enough respect to this family in Shambhala and Agatha. A lot of love to those beings because they definitely do their part. So I can't forget about them. And all praise is due to the Most High and all the other aiders of the Most High, the esteemed, the higher ups, if you will. But yeah, it's real, and we have to respect, these different groups of spiritual schools and what they do to help out, because it's real. Because like I said, this planet is damaged. Your planet is the product of different activity, some violent, that happened here in the Milky Way, the place where the beings with, skin like milk would have their way, or thought they would have their way, meaning the Ashtar command. So we just have to know that. I mean, your planet is tilted. And that's why everybody on the planet isn't naturally 100% ambidextrous. Everybody's either left-handed or right-handed because of that tilt. So that throws, so everybody has if you want to even be nice about it, everybody has a slight form of dyslexia or being offset or off a little bit because of that. That's why when you play like basketball, you work on your other hand so that you can be ambidextrous. So you can go to the rack with either hand. You can handle with either hand and finish with either hand. It's a good way to master some be ambidextrous. So we have to be thankful that we still able to even function on this planet, with all the different things that happen to it, and and how it's being held together.
Oh, a lot of us been in training our whole lives, if I could just share a little bit of backstory, but this is Tank. I got to just put it on record, at a young age, I was exposed to, a lot of mega pastors not realizing it, because I was able to be around Eddie Long, in my teenage years. I was, really close with him, I didn't ever meet him, but, I knew some of the deacons, 'cause I was friends with some of the deacons' sons, so I was in the energy a lot. And I remember Eddie Long and Newburgh is here in Atlanta, Georgia, but they had something going on every day at the church. And I saw it grow from nothing to being a mega church to a point where they were building a highway. They built the whole highway just so people could get to their church. Not a street, not a road, but they built a highway.
Yeah, because what it is they had See, this is the thing.
Influence.
The way things work in alchemy or whatever the case may be, it's not the way people think. When you deal with certain principles and certain basic fundamental rules to bring things into existence, it doesn't matter who or what you are, it's gonna happen no matter what. And when you see a situation like what you just, talked about, that is, I'm gonna tell you, that basically is they had a strong. And they, and you could have been selling, they could have been promoting whatever, but they had a strong mindset that they wasn't going to fail, and they just kept doing what they were doing, and it just started small, and it grew. And what happens is it grows from that small little dot until something that becomes so diversified that it just takes on a life of its own. And then before you know it, it takes on such a life that now you don't even have to really put that much work in. You just got to kind of guide it now and watch over it to make sure it goes, in the route that you want it to go, that you always, imaged it to go in your mind. Because it all starts in the mind. And that's what we doing, We doing that right now.
Yep. And then it kind of transgressed from there to with I joined I didn't join AEO, but I joined the lodge, and I got exposed to Pops and Malachi Z. York, and I started working close with Haru. That was that was Pops second-hand man at the time. It was he was second in charge, and I was just close to him, and just yeah, so it was I just watched him. I knew he was very smart, and he was very he didn't use a lot of words.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like a grooming period, and then later on, I had the ability to work at Creflo Church, as an app developer. And, at this time he had a mega church, but it was just weird to me because the energy was very weird because he wanted me to embrace Creflo, but I didn't view and a lot of his ways, because I was exposed to Pops. Once you get exposed to Pops, you man, that's weirdo.
It's never the same once you get,
Right. I know they had this thing on Mondays.
If you would have got with him before you met Pops, not saying it would have been different, because the fact that you got with Pops, it was already in you. You follow what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But definitely after getting with him, it opened you up to a certain different level of vibration where you definitely had another level of looking at things, so to speak, you got with Creflo.
Right, and I'm not making this call about me, but it's for the day and right now is I'm just giving a little backstory. Because Brother Shu, tomorrow you're gonna be teaching class. It's gonna be all you if you're available, or whoever else want to teach. We open mic to everyone, But I know they had this thing called Monday prayer. It was called corporate prayer because he had like 400 employees. Like he had a book writing staff, he had like a transportation staff, he had a technology staff, you know, he had like a church staff, and they met every day. You know, they even met on Saturday morning, like at 6 o'clock in the morning, like, and you had to be at the meeting. Like he had something going every day. Then they had church on Sunday.
Yeah, he's like he created a well-oiled machine, basically.
Exactly. You know, you had to get patted in to go into the like they had metal detectors going into the back, like you got patted down like a metal detectors, literally. You know, and then but they had this thing. It freaked me out because they had this thing called corporate prayer, and it was every Monday morning, like at 8 o'clock. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm thinking you're gonna just hold hands and pray. I'm like, all right, I can do that. You know, I just put my head down, whatever. You know, but it was like. I was looking for it. I got there late one day on that Monday, and I kept hearing all this crazy noise. Like, what is that noise? What is that noise? Then I go into a room. It's like a lot of people talking in tongues, and they were like yelling at the wall and just talking like real loud. They were mumbling in tongues, like 300 people talking in tongues. So it freaked me out. I'm like, whoa, what is this? It just like really like. It was next level because they were like speaking in tongues. I remember Pops always spoke about that. People like that, you know, it's like you hypnotize or like, you know, that's a negative energy.
Yeah, because what it is the entities are running in and out of them. They're possessed. They're like walking at that point.
Possessed like demons. So I was like,
it's crazy, and it's a sad situation.
So what I did,
because no, go.
So what I did, I didn't want to like and be involved with that. So I stood outside. I'm not going to partake in that because I can't fake it. It's like, I'm not about to fake it. So I just stood outside, waited till it was over. Then after it was over, the brothers I was working with, they came to me and was like, why you didn't participate? Like, they made me seem like I was a bad guy. And like, why you didn't, participate in like in the homes and in the mall? I'm like, I can't do that. But they were like upset with me. They can't want me to drink the Kool-Aid. They want me to like meet Creflo. Like, I mean, I never met Creflo, but when I did see Creflo, you couldn't speak to him. Like, the times you did, like, see him, like, at the church, like, you couldn't just walk up to him. He had, like, security. You know, like, when he was in the room, you had to leave the room, you know. But I feel like ATUN-RE, man, he gonna speak to everybody. He's like, what's up, nigga? Like, what up?
That's how it's supposed to be.
You know, so.
That's how it's supposed to be.
You know, so.
Like, at least if you're gonna, so this is my thing. There's always a way to make it right. You know, so it's like, if you that nervous around like having people get too close to you, there's a way where you can do it where you can still make yourself accessible to the people in a secure way where they don't feel like you too good to like connect with them, you know, and that's kind of corny, you know.
Right, but I kind of got his energy in doing that, you know, because like he used to get there at 6 o'clock every morning, and he had like his schedule laid out. So he work out at 6 o'clock. He got this going at 7, this going at 8. Then he may fly to India for 2 days and do a church service over there. Then he also had church service on Saturday in like New York. Then he flew back on Sunday to have church service at the regular church. But that's like the light part. They had this thing called satellite churches. So where people in the smaller cities was dressing up, like they was dressing up and going to another church to watch them on TV. You know what I'm saying? So they had like satellite churches. But we gotta do the same thing OSOICE with Chief or ATUN-RE. Like we're gonna have like satellite churches where people can like, you know.
It's just you know, okay, what's he like? I'm trying to see the goodness he's doing. You know, I'm not even thinking about the doctrine or whatever that he's teaching. What's his with all that he's doing? What's he doing? He's giving back. He's doing philanthropy. He's building up the community. He's doing these different things. I know he got to have some type of programs that he's doing for the community. Am I correct on that?
It's just a mega church, man. You know. Because I know with Creflo, he was like on the grid but off the grid at the same time, you know. I think he didn't want to be quite as big as T.D. Jakes, but he still lives that big, you know. Then with his name be, I'm speaking bad on the brother, but my whole thing is just like I feel like Pops exposed me to all this for right now, you know. Because now it's like
Yeah.
in that area of energy with ATUN-RE, the real Messiah, you know, but Chief going to take it to a whole nother level.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, I rode by
Hopefully
Creflo
we can,
Church for like New Year's Eve or something. That junk was jumping, man. It was like a club up in there. It was like 11 o'clock on New Year's Eve, man. Everybody was up in that thing. It was like the whole parking lot was packed. I was like, man, these people up in here, man. It's like, what? It's like, it was like a party up in there, though.
See, the only thing is, you know, I just would love if we all could come together and work together, you know, and just, you know, the biggest thing, because I just analyze things because, you know, I have to be strategic because of what we're dealing with, and we have to win. And my biggest thing is, you know, brothers can sometimes get scared that they think they're going to lose some type of like a brother, you know, not saying he would do that, but certain brothers of that financial caliber in the Christianity realm of evangelism and all of that. You know, I would just pray that these beings wouldn't get scared that they would lose some of that by intertwining themselves with beings such as ourselves. You know, because that can happen because, you know, once, you know, we start talking, you know, it's like it's going to shift. You know, I don't care what the people's mentality is in their movement. It's going to get people buzzing mentally. You know, the mental cavity is going to start vibrating where they're going to start, you know, looking at things on a whole nother level, if you will. And hopefully what the right thing to do is for everybody to come together and look at the obvious, you know, discrepancies in, you know, the school that you're dealing with. And it's not even so much a discrepancy, just recognize that the school that you're in comes originally from Tamaray. You understand? Like all these religions. Christianity, Islam, Judaism, all of them came out of ancient Tamaray. So, you know, a lot of these well-off pastors with all their money, you know, they would, you know, that's the whole thing. A lot of these people don't want to give up their riches. Some of those riches are going to have to be given up, beloved, because you brothers, you know, took a doctrine that came out of ancient Tamaray and has been flip-flopped. And not saying that you guys are bad, evil guys, but a lot of y'all are Masonic, so y'all know the deal. And you chose to be a Californian. You chose to be a Californian and conceal the truth from the people. And it made you a few steps ahead of the regular people that didn't know. And, you know, y'all going to have to come out of that and accept the fact that you might have to shed some of that to get down with the real movement that is already in motion and that is going to happen no matter what because it's inevitable. And that's what has to happen because you cannot be that money hungry where you just so materialistic where you are basically an actor. You're acting like you are anointed. You're acting like you are for the people. We don't need no actors. I don't like reality TV, but we need reality minus the TV. We don't need actors. We don't need people that just want to get the people's money, like Pastor Hot Sauce and Reverend Pork Chop. And no disrespect to my sincere ministers, because you have sincere ministers out there. It's good and bad and everything in the all. So I have to make that clear. And just because certain people might not want to deal with the doctrine that we build on or whatever, information, if they're good, genuine people and have divine love and they're a man or a woman that keeps their word, that's all I need. And we can work from there. And I don't want to rush nothing on nobody anyway. I want it to come natural, baby, because we do all natural. You know?
Ooh. And
you don't never
think that, you know.
Nah, because you don't never want to force yourself on people, because that's unnatural, and it ain't gonna never be right, and it's not gonna be beautiful. And we want it to be beautiful. We have to, and if you write an exact, you don't have to force nothing on them. Let them get it when they need to get it. Just give it to them so they have it in their possession, and it's with them, whether they, and they can reference to it directly. It's with them subconsciously, but they also have it so when they consciously want to reference it, they can reference it. Because not all flowers bloom at the same time, so you have to give people a chance. We don't, because otherwise it's coercion, and we don't do that. We about free will, because that's the divinity. The fact that, and it's an honor, that fact that somebody decided to build with you. That's an honor. If a person has second doubts and not, fully secure and building with you, that's not honorable. And we are honorable people. And we have to get back to being honorable and having integrity. And not being so damn animalistic and always thinking with the flesh and coming forth from the flesh. Because if you follow the flesh, or if you let your car drive you, it's going to drive you crazy. We're supposed to be beings of light already in 2019. Sun cycle started in 2000 AD. We 19 years in. We 19 years in. All of us supposed to be on a certain frequency where the other stuff was minuscule and baby-like. And then once we master that, we go to another level where the stuff before that was baby and minuscule. But we supposed to, it's 2019. Time is moving faster and faster.
And so, those brothers.
My God, beloved.
Yeah, but those brothers who want to, be a part of OSOICE and be in the inner circle, it's going to have to be work involved, because it's like, don't think that this is something that's just been like given. Like this, I'm earning. Like I'm putting in the leg work. Because just today alone, I'm gonna put on record for those who listening. I had to walk 2 miles for some orders from Chief. I had to walk 2 miles yesterday from orders from Chief. So this day, 2 days alone, I walked 5 miles. But back in the day, Pops had, the Shriners walking every day, tabliking, like having to do orders, don't ask no questions, just do it, like answer the phone at 4 o'clock in the morning, email this person the books, email that person the book, 3, 4, my phone is on 24 hours. Any of the brothers call me, all day. It's been going on for like years now. Well, I don't know, a while. But it's just my work I'm putting in, and it's like what has happened though. It has made me a better person. It has elevated me. It's made me stronger. Because a lot of us need that big brother discipline, that the elder Shriner discipline, to help you stand more upright. Because a lot of us are looking for be better businessmen, be better like warriors, be better examples. But it's good learning from elders and being close to them. Because like. I just listening to Chief and just being close to him, you learn so much. Just how he is every day, just how his ways. He's very, very sharp. I know he put something the other day. He was like, he had said, we gonna free Pop. He gonna free Pops. He gonna show the whole world that Dr. Malachi York is innocent. he gonna prove it to the nation, that he didn't do those things that they said he did, and is that when he do it, he said it's gonna be we're gonna set the table time. It's like it's like how you put that. He said it's gonna be time to set the table. Meaning that it's time to celebrate, it's time to have fest, have enjoy, celebration, But this is wordplay. How you just phrase things is just very like elderly, because you don't hear that stuff often, just like I like how you said that,
Because he's breaking.
I know you walk with him too, Shu.
Yeah, he's breaking the spell. That's I tell everybody, when you read the books, you see if you pay attention to how he's writing when he's writing the books. Instead of like for example, like we talked about this other day, instead of like it might be a part in the book where it says, he sees, I see the store. It might be something as simple as that, but he's not going to write I see the store the regular way, like ISEE the store. He might write it like I and just the letter C the store. You know what I'm saying? And for a minute, somebody might be like, why do you write it like that? Or is it a typo? No, it is definitely not no typo. That's just how he's not going to write it the way the English language, because the English language constantly contradicts itself anyway. And it's the devil's language. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody is out of tune, because of this. That's one of the reasons, because of this language. It just breaks up everything. This language right here with the tones. You know what I'm saying? Just for example, you meet a girl, not even trying to like, because you have to be careful, and that's why you have to be, have some integrity when you start learning about breaking spells, when you start learning about how to break spells with words, because with that being said, the reflection of breaking spells is casting spells. So if the wrong person knows how to really fully in-depth break spells, that being can cast spells verbally, orally, tone-wise, for, by just, wooing people. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people will use it to, you hear people trying to pick up women, and they use you got people with words that just woo people with words and women and spellbound them. The perverted, version or term of that would be a pimp. A pimp spellbounds women with his words. Weak women that get weakened, or they're already weak, a real strong woman can see through that. You follow what I'm saying? But these predators go on the prowl for women that they can weaken with their words. But at the same time, if you sit back and listen to a real pimp talk, even though this beast is a devil and he's the worst type of man around, if you listen to him talk, you see that these beings put a lot in to their wordplay, and they actually know the power of the spoken word. You understand what I'm saying? It's a perverted fashion, and it's used to desecrate, and it's vile. But but like we talk all the time about this, devils have science too. So if you see a being have a certain ability or abilities and do something that you would deem a miracle, so what? Judge the tree by the fruit it bears. Devils can do wonders too. Just because you can do a wonder does not mean that you are not a devil. So you judge the tree by the fruit it bears. That's why back in the day you'd see, there was a time where Baba was like, I'm not showing y'all nothing no more. For what? You still gonna do wrong anyway. Eventually. You see ATUN-RE get fed up sometimes. Lay up in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, people, love is there and patience is there, but at the same time, patience is not there because the time ran out a long time ago. We in END time right now. So everybody needs to get on board and do one basic thing. Mentally project from this day forward that when you go outside your home and you interact with other life forms, other people of form of life, you know, that are just like you, whatever it is, you're gonna be nice. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And we talked about this the other night. The sisters, stop saying that the brother's too nice. When you meet a nice brother, if you feel like the brother could be taken advantage of because he's just too giving, don't get rid of the brother or leave the brother alone because he's too nice. Help the brother out with that. Show the brother to just stir up a little or sharpen him up so that he's not taken advantage of. But don't, you know, hurt the brother's feelings because you're saying he's too nice. Because I'm telling you, when you do that, sister, the next brother that's coming your way is a fucking grimy-ass chitlin circuit nigga that's going to knock your head off. So just do that brother right if he's too nice and you feel like he's soft or whatever. You know, school the brother. You don't necessarily got to be with him, but school him so that he can be better for the next sister if you don't like him like that. But don't hurt the brother, you know, because y'all women are powerful, man. Know that. Use it the right way. Don't say he's too nice and then you go and get yourself a devil. Because you know if you do that, that means you might be one of those sisters a few thousand years ago that willingly gave themselves to the 200 fallen Nephilim. Because some of the sisters were actually raped, but some of the sisters went willingly. And it was a very foolish act. So watch yourself, sisters. And it's not all y'all fault, because a lot of us brothers weren't worth a damn either. But at the same time, we need the females to play a powerful role, you know, to get this done right. If we can get you out of those damn magazines and stuff and all of that, you know, unnatural shit, it would be so powerful. But it's coming around.
Yep. Yeah, we at the top of the hour for the ATUN-RE OSOICE progress call. I want to welcome everybody. Shaddah Da, peace and love. If anybody else want to speak up and say anything in this moment, please, you know, feel free to. Anybody any questions, comments, concerns? We got quite a few on the call, on the line.
How many's on the line, beloved?
Let me check. We got 12. I think a lot of people afraid to talk, you know, since that post of, you know, ATUN-RE and Malcolm X, everybody like, hey, you ain't going to say nothing. And we get that too, you know, because that's good. You know, sometimes it's best to say nothing at all. You got nothing good to say.
You know what? Yeah. Well, you know, I want everybody should feel welcome to talk. Don't feel funny. If you want to say, even if you want to just, you know, give a greeting, that'd be awesome. Definitely would love to hear from the other people on the line. Feel your energy, feel your frequency. The other night was something different, if that's the case, because that was something that, you know, we don't know anything about that between those individuals, because, you know, there was a little history there. And one thing I will say that I know for a fact is that ATUN-RE doesn't forget. And you know, the thing about it is he still, you know, going back to that, just to keep it positive, the first thing he did say, was it was good to hear from the brother. So he still, you know, show love, but whatever. But the bottom line is moving forward. It's just all about us coming together. That's it. And we're a family. And if there's any, and the bottom line is, if there's any type of disagreements that ever happens within the family is always going to come back together because that's what divine love does. And, you know, we just need to be able to communicate with each other, you know, properly. And you know, because that's another thing with our people. Our people have to, you know, master communicating the way we used to properly, you know. But, yeah, we just got to keep moving forward. But I would love to hear, like I said, from anybody on the line, you know, because there's definitely love here. So, you know.
Yep, it's all good. We got a few sisters who are gonna be joining on the line later this week. You know, they checking in, they checking in with Chief right now, getting the right permissions before they move forward what they want to talk about. But you know, it's a few sisters with a lot to say. You know, they're gonna be chiming in later this week.
Yeah, that's good.
Who's growing and doing this thing? Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I just want to make sure I'm not the only one talking because I don't want to, you know, hog, you know, or, you know, like I said, I'm just here to add on and just serve, you know.
Cool.
That's all. And just project certain energy, man, because a lot of the time, a lot of it has to do with what you project, you know, because everything starts on the other side, you know, and on the other side, you know, you can project things that can manifest physically, and that's why we have to project this positive energy and, you know, get it to the point where, like I always make jokes about it. Sometimes when I go places, people don't know how to take me because I'm trying to project a certain energy to them, and it's just, even though it might even be right and exact, they don't know how to take it because it's weird or foreign to them, so, and it makes them feel uncomfortable. But we have to get it to the point where it becomes normal, and being other than that becomes uncomfortable. And this is the problem with our people. We've become this new type of being where we are totally flipped because at one time this is how we moved, this is how we vibrated, and the foolishness that's going on with us was absurd to us. We would have never did that. We were so honorable. We were so honorable and high integrity that we wouldn't believe that we would conduct ourselves the way we do at this point in time, still, with even being this knee deep into the sunset. It would have been preposterous to even think that when we were at our former state, at our high mental capacity magnitude as mental giants that we were and still are. But the family had to make the decision to come back home to being mental giants that we are and becoming more mental and less physical, because we know that the mental is the controller of the physical. And stop letting this body or this car drive us, and start suppressing lower natures. There's been so much of intermingling with, you know, beings that weren't disciplined in certain physical facets that a lot of us have all of these glitches, this crap DNA mixed in with the God-like DNA, and the crap DNA is fed so much gook in this society, you know, with the TV and everything, and the stuff you see just blasted in the images of the beast, and in every way that they feed the crap DNA, where you become accustomed to being a certain way. Where at one time you didn't have all that crap DNA. You had all of that. You had more of that God DNA, where it was easier for you to not become a victim to that because you were stronger. Your psyche was stronger. Your mind was stronger. Everything was stronger. The crap DNA weakens you a little bit, and now it's harder to pull away. But you can still pull away. You got enough in you to pull away. Because of behavior. Behavior is locked in your DNA. So we must behave right so that it's locked in the DNA. And then when you have a child with someone else who is on the same path or has less bad habits, now that is bred somewhat out of the seed, and we repeat this process to about 2 to 3 generations, and all of that crap is bred out of you. And now it's easier to be that diamond. You've seen it. You've seen the little ones, and you wonder why that little boy that bad. Follow him home and meet his parents. You'll see why. Why they act like that? Follow him home and meet his family or her family. Or maybe they could be the nicest people on the planet. They might have birthed a black devil. And that's what we got to know. We have to know that everybody, the white man's the devil. Okay, we get that. But if the white man's the devil, who's the father of the white devil? The black devil. So master the negative part of your nature. So the only thing that resides inside you is God, if you want to use the term God, a positive God instead of him. You know what I'm saying? That R complex that the medical field has given that title. The medical field calls that part of your brain the R complex. But they are Karafun. They are concealers of the truth. They're going to tell you that they call it the R complex, but they're not going to tell you what the R stands for. It stands for the reptilian part of your brain. That devil part of that brain. That reptile, that serpent. You must suppress it. And then when you suppress it, you never know. Brothers might get the hat with the serpent in the middle of it, like an ancient tamarind. And that serpent represents that you've mastered 360 degrees of knowledge of that reptilian nature. You've mastered it. You've mastered how to suppress it, so you are a god now. Then you might go up in more degrees, and then they give you the hat with not just the serpent in front of it, but also a falcon and next to it. Now you have 720 degrees of knowledge. You've mastered the negative part of your nature, or the earth, physical bold, and now you've mastered the heavenly. You mastered the heavenly science. You have the science of above. And that's what the falcon represents. Now you have 720 degrees of knowledge. We knew this in ancient Tamarind. This was our way of life. It was all about the Godship, taking it to another level, becoming that God, becoming that deity, becoming that sharp stone, that sharp diamond, sharpening yourself out, becoming better, the greatest part of your being, attaining to that. That's what it was about. Growth, perfection. Everything else, like the old school deodorant commercial, is uncivilized. That's a fact. And we have no choice. We have no choice. There's no choice in the matter. It has to be done. And everybody has to start understanding that. There's no other way. All you have to do is observe it. But just do us a favor. If you're not going to work with us and you just want to be lazy and shiftless and let the world be the way it is and not take no responsibility, just get out of our way.
Oh.
That's all I ask. That's all I humbly ask. Because we got work to do. You know, the master teacher, ATUN-RE, the master teacher, ATUN-RE, you know those beings are etheriologists. They can help fix people's ether. They're etherologists. We have to all be etherologists because everybody's ether needs to be changed to the right frequency so we can all align. That's why I said, you know, when you talk to people, you must affect them in a positive way. Speed their vibrations up through divine love, through the tones and frequencies, so that they will never forget you and never forget you when they talk to you. And when y'all have y'all time together, even if you never see them for a few months to years, whatever, they never forget you. And always leave them with spread the love. Spread it and when you're done, tell others to spread it and tell them to tell others to spread it when they're done and they have these special moments. These moments are divine, very special. And there's nothing complicated about it. It's the most simplest thing. We don't ask for much, but much will be given to these type of beings because we're doing it because we want to do it. I don't want nothing from the world. We don't want nobody to give us nothing. We're doing it from our heart because that's real love. I'm not doing this because I want a reward. We're doing this because we love. That's the only reason why we're doing it. And the way everybody's so stubborn, you know, it got to be love for us to do this. Because everybody's so stubborn. Everybody want to do their own thing. Yeah, I'm down with y'all. I'm with y'all, but I'm going to see y'all a little later. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something else. We could own a thing, but you can't do your own thing. We could own a whole lot of things, but you can't do your own thing. Now, when it comes to the world and the new reality that must be made manifest, because this ain't gonna fly. It's already falling. Dre, you wanna say something? Oh, okay. Are you on? All right.
Yeah, but probably close out now. In about an hour and a half.
All right, no problem. Yeah, but I want to say shout out to everybody, man. Yep, one love to everybody. Shout it out.
Oh.
Shout it out, brother. One love, brother. Appreciate your tones.
Yep, brother.
Appreciate you,
brother Adrian. Oh, thank you for the good class, Brother True.
No, I
Great
appreciate
lessons,
you,
great
brother. Thank
lessons.
you for having me. Yeah, one love. Thank you for having me.
Anytime,
Brother.
every day. Every day, all day. Thank you.
All right. Yep, well, I do.
Peace and love, everybody. We're going to close out. This is, we're closing out ATUN-RE, OSOICE progress call. For official information on the order with ATUN-RE.com. Please walk every day with the Chief, with ATUN-RE. He wants to hear from you. He wants to talk to you. Please reach out, Yesterday he gave out a lot of keys to those, along the line. Make sure you tune in all day. It's not every day, but all day. We're always available, 24 hours. Peace and love, everybody. Shaddah Da.